Hi guys, this is Kishore. Welcome back to my channel. మనం Creed Valhalla నెక్స్ట్ పార్ట్ కంటిన్యూ చేద్దాం. చాలా డిస్టెన్స్ ఉంది.
వరల్డ్
ఫాస్ట్ ట్రావెల్ ఉంటే యూస్ చేసుకుందాం. టైం సేవ్. ఈ సరౌండింగ్స్ లో ఫాస్ట్ ట్రావెల్ ఉంది. Wow. ఓకే, లోడింగ్ అయిపోయింది.
Eivor, have you seen Wallace?
ఇప్పుడు మనం ఇంకొక క్వెస్ట్ సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకోవాలనుకుంటా.
Eivor, thank Tyr. I heard shouting. Is something wrong?
Holger robbed me, and I demand he be punished.
Huh! Robbed is a pointed word. Does the deer rub the stream when she takes a drink? Does a cow rub a field when he crops on sweet grass?
Eivor, this matter requires sensitive judgment. Will you? Of course. From the beginning, please.
Well now, there is no excuse too small, I see. Nothing to keep you from coveting that seat, is there?
In Sigurd's absence, who has better claim to oversee these disputes?
You might leave them to work it out for themselves, but that would mean letting go, would it not?
ఇదేంటి ఎప్పుడు చూసినా మొహం మార్చుకొని ఉంటాడు.
Please start again. Tell me all that has happened.
I will start. I have been falsely accused by this Saxon Philistine.
Are you mocking me?
Silence, please. I'll hear both of your complaints and render a decision, awarding compensation if needed. Understood?
Rowan, I'll hear from you.
Rowan, tell me your version of these events.
As you are aware, Holger and I are neighbors. Near enough that I often catch him at my stables, stealing my tools.
Borrowing.
Holger, let him speak.
Stealing, borrowing. My point being, I have always allowed him to use whatever he pleased. I greatly admire your Norse generosity and had hoped to match it. But this morning, Holger stretched the limits of my grace. Entering my stables for their feed, I found my most beautiful, gentle mare stripped of her tail. Bereft, not a strand in sight. I am ashamed to say my natural suspicion drew me to Holger, and how right I was. For when I peered across the lane, there he was, gripping a horsetail brush slathered with indigo, dragging it across a sheet of
painting, Rowan. I was painting. You make it sound so crude.
You see? Such willful arrogance. It will take ages for Ilgafur's tail to reach its former length. I demand compensation.
I understand. Thank you, Rowan.
Rowan, I'll hear from you. Holger,
ఇప్పుడు మనం పెద్దరాడి తీర్పు చెప్పాలేమో వీళ్ళిద్దరు విషయాలు.
Holger, let me hear your side.
Eivor, You have known me as a skald for years. You have seen how my poems bring life and joy and wisdom to our people. And you know that my work requires a certain, let us say, freedom to make use of rare resources to compose my verses. Often when lacking the proper tools, I have made use of novel items. Alvis's walking stick, Tovy's inks, all were given gladly.
You cut off my horse's tail to make a brush, you bleeding...
Rowan?
As I was saying, this morning in the throes of poetic reverie, I realized that my latest piece required delicate brushwork. I could have used a frayed stick, some cloth, my hands, but no. I needed something gentler, softer. To make a perfect brush, I needed the fine hairs of a well-raised horse. And so I availed myself of a local resource.
You clipped Alfgafu's tail to the rump without asking.
It was early. I did not wish to wake you.
Thank you, Holger. I believe I understand your position.
Rowan, I'll hear from you.
ఓకే ఇప్పుడు
I've
మనం
heard enough.
తీర్పు చెప్పలేము.
I believe I have heard enough. If you will...
My horse looks like a fool, Eivor. No handsomer than a donkey now. You must do something.
Do not conflate hair with beauty, Rowan. She remains radiant. Elgifer's hair will grow back in no time.
Quiet, both of you. Now listen.
Rowan is right. Holger is right.
Rowan, however daft his approach, Holger meant you no harm and lost you no coin. The horse's hair will grow back.
But...
And you, Holger. Your habit of borrowing without asking ends today. Apologize to Rowan and greet as friends.
This had best be a very good apology.
It will be. To you, O man of horses, I do offer my utmost apologies. And to Elgifer, most elegant of mares, I dedicate my finished work. You are respectively a king of men and a queen of horses, and I exalt you. I am sorry.
Rowan, does this satisfy you?
As much as it can, I accept the apology.
Good. Then by Tyr's blessing, let this matter rest. We are done here. Return to your homes in peace.
ఓకే తీర్పు చెప్పేశాం. ప్రాబ్లమ్
I will
సాల్వ్
return
అయింది.
your tools and offer you one of my paintings as a sign of goodwill.
Unless your paintings can regrow horse...
నెక్స్ట్ క్వెస్ట్. స్టోరీ గేమ్స్ ఎక్కువ ఆడాలి.
Oh, hello, Eivor. Good day. That Holger, he is quite a character.
I almost envy him. To see the world through such a muddy glass and live with such petty concerns. He hasn't a care in the world.
Let's not walk too far with that idea. I need you right where you are.
East Anglia is with us. Their King Oswald has pledged his loyalty to us.
Eivor Kingmaker, we shall call you soon.
ఈస్ట్ యాంజలియా మన ఫ్రెండ్స్ అయిపోయారు వాళ్ళు.
Some interesting news. King Ceolwulf has sent Ceolbert to Shropshire. He hopes to install him as Ealdorman there.
Good for Ceolbert. He should do well considering all he has learned from you.
I gave him only a taste of my knowledge. The rest he will need to figure for himself. One more thing. I do not know if you heard, but Sven passed away a short time ago. The poor man slipped away in his bed.
I had not heard, no. And how is Toby? She must be gutted.
It has been rough on her. She spends quite a lot of time at his burial mound. Speak with her, if you have the time.
Alliance table, show me.
I want to see the Alliance map.
ఈ
Grand Bridge.
బ్లాక్ కలర్ మాప్ చేసి ఉన్నాయి. మనం ఆల్రెడీ వాళ్ళతో మాట్లాడి ఫ్రెండ్స్ చేసేసుకున్నాం.
Grand Bridge. Zero guest cheer eligible.
ఇవి ఇంకా పెండింగ్ ఉన్నాయి, వాళ్ళు ఇంకా మన ఫ్రెండ్స్ అవ్వలేదు. ఇందులో ఎవరైనా మనం సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకోవచ్చు.
Zero guest cheer eligible suggested.
ఇది సెలెక్ట్ చేసుకుందాం.
Press cross consult.
So Jailbert has traveled to Shropshire.
He has, into a difficult situation. The Shire has been mired in a long war with Rodri, King of the Britons. Ceolbert hopes to negotiate a peace with the Britons of the West. A difficult task for one so green.
I hope your tutelage has prepared him well.
Indeed. But I think it best if you supervise these talks. If Ceolbert can make this work, we will gain a valuable alliance.
I will pledge to Zero.
ఇప్పుడు వీళ్ళని కూడా మనం ఫ్రెండ్స్ చేసుకుంటే మనకు సపోర్ట్ పెరుగుద్ది ఇంగ్లాండ్లో.
I'll make my way to Shropshire.
I am relieved. He and Ivar should be in Quatford just now. You will find it along the F and Hafun River.
If Ivar is with him, I'll certainly be needed.
ఇది మన సరౌండింగ్స్ పక్క రాజ్యాలు మ్యాప్ అన్నమాట. ఎంతమందిని ఫ్రెండ్స్ని చేసుకుంటే అంత మంచిది. మనకు సపోర్ట్ అంతగా పెరుగుద్ది ఫ్రెండ్స్ని చేసుకునే కొద్ది. చాలా డిస్టెన్స్ ఉంది. క్లౌడ్ బెర్రీస్ లేవు. ఇదేంటిది?
Stable and aviary with
ఏదైనా వెపన్స్కి సంబంధించింది అయితే బెటర్ కదా. వద్దులే. ఫాస్ట్ ట్రావెల్ ఉందేమో చూద్దాం.
world. Carrying the torch, Sven has passed away, leaving to the drift and seeking guidance.
ఇంత డిస్టెన్స్కి ఫాస్ట్ ట్రావెల్ లేదు. ఇక్కడ నుంచి ఇక్కడికి దగ్గరే అనుకుంటా కదా.
Hold cross fast travel.
అక్కడికి వెళ్దాం. అక్కడ నుంచి కొంచెం దగ్గరే కాబట్టి హార్స్ మీద కానీ లేదంటే బోట్ మీద కానీ వెళ్ళిపోవచ్చు. కొంచెం ఈజీ అవుతుంది. నియర్ బై వచ్చాం మనం. ఇక్కడ నుంచి ఇంకా చాలా దూరం ఉంది. పాసిబిలిటీ ఉంటే చూద్దాం. బోట్ మీద వెళ్ళాలి.
Strike up a tune.
Can't use the sail here.
తప్పదు, ట్రావెల్ చేయడానికి టైం పట్టుద్ది. టైం టేక్. మన దగ్గర 14 స్కిల్ పాయింట్స్ ఉన్నాయి.
More sail!
స్మాల్ రివర్ కదా, అందుకని కొంచెం స్లోగా వెళ్తాం.
We'll pick up from there.
న్యూ టెరిటరీ. మనకు కావాల్సింది ఇదే లొకేషన్. ఆల్మోస్ట్ దగ్గరికి వచ్చాం. స్పీడ్ తగ్గింది ఇక్కడ. ఓకే, బ్రిడ్జ్ ఉంది. బ్రిడ్జ్ కింద నుంచి వెళ్ళాలి కదా. వచ్చేసామా? వీళ్ళు ఎవరో దారికి అడ్డంగా పెట్టేది. బాణాలు అవి వేస్తారు. వేయట్లేదు, ఇక్కడ ఎవరో లేరండి. సరే దిగి చూద్దాం. బ్రిడ్జ్ని ఎలా తీయాలి మనం? సెక్యూరిటీ ఎవరో లేరు. కొడితే పగలది. దగ్గర ఎలా ఉందిగా, బై వాక్ వెళ్దాం. గుర్రాన్ని పిలుద్దాం. ఎక్కువ గుర్రం ఎక్కువ. ఇది కూడా కొత్త లొకేషన్. ఇక్కడ చాలా క్లౌడ్ బెర్రీస్ ఉన్నాయి. ఓకే, మనకు కావాల్సింది అది. డెస్టినేషన్. టర్నల్ కూడా ఉంది ఇందులో. వచ్చాం. ఈ లాంగ్ హౌస్లో ఉన్నాడు అనుకోండి మనకు కావాల్సినట్టు. వెళ్ళి వాడితో మాట్లాడాలి కదా మనం. మనం ఇంట్రడ్యూస్ చేసుకోవాలి కదా.
We've had nothing for days.
Nettle and turnips. It's all I could find.
ఇదిగా ఇక్కడ ఉన్నాడు మనకు కావాల్సినట్టు. ఫైట్ చేస్తున్నాడు. ప్రాక్టీసా? ఎత్తి పడేసాడు. చిన్నపిల్లాడు. వీళ్ళేనా? ఓకే, ఇంకా ట్రైనింగ్ ఇస్తున్నారు. కొత్త వాళ్ళేమో అనుకున్నాను.
Eivor, well met. You received my message, and just in time. Our negotiations with the Britons have not yet begun.
I'll be at your side when they do. Is there anything I should know first?
The venerable King Rodri is here. I'm to deal with him directly.
Peace. Ever since we captured his sniveling brother Goriad. Sounds like a man coughing up snot. Goriad ap Mervin.
Rodri waits at the church nearby.
Who speaks for Shirapishire in these talks?
The last alderman was killed in battle. Bishop Deolov is standing
Until we get this wet whelp installed. That is his father's wish.
I find the idea of leading a shire on my own quite terrifying.
Ealdorman is a weighty title.
It's a grave thing to be alderman in a time of war, Ceolbert.
He will piss his pants first thing, that's for certain.
As future alderman, you should speak in the talks as well, but with humility. Rodri is a king and will expect to be treated as one.
Rodri will want us to get down on our knees and sniff the rosy wind blowing from his ass. I know the man.
You met him?
Met him, fought him. He gave me this nick here. Maybe I can give him one back. Remind him some call me King Killer.
It may be you should stay behind, Ivar. That's not a recipe for a good parley.
I'd like you both to be there. To guide me, to judge my fitness.
Give us your word, then. Your blade stays in its sheath.
Eivor, don't make me laugh. We both know what my word is worth. But sure, I will let you do the talking. Probably.
Excellent. Now, to the church, I think. Our guests await.
డిస్కషన్ కంప్లీట్ అయింది. ది బుక్ ఆఫ్ డ్రాగన్స్. ఓకే, వీరు వెనకాల వెళ్ళాలంటే మన గుర్రం మనం ఎక్కుదాం.
The Britons had the best of it. Tell me and my berserkers plowed through their ranks and chased Rodri's brother into a ditch.
That's why Rodri's talking peace now. It's thanks to Ivar.
I am going to enjoy seeing him squeal, the old oak. Not nearly as much as taking him down, though. That would seal my legacy.
Your legacy?
As king killer. They do not all get away like Borgred did, Wolf-Kissed.
Keep the peace, Ivar.
What has become of your preening brother?
I have not seen him since we were together under the Chestershire. I am left uneasy when he's away.
You are better off leaving that son to bring Paul in your wake.
ఎక్కడికో తీసుకొచ్చాడు. చెప్పరా ఏంటి అటు ఇటు చెప్తావు?
King Rodri are ensconced in the church ahead.
These houses of Christ, they're all so hard and cold.
Yet within his walls, the Christian God unites King Rodri, Bishop Deolav, and myself. On his ground, peace will be made.
లేదు, చర్చి లోపలికి వెళ్ళాలంట.
Captain Anil, explain to the good bishop our position.
Yes, my sovereign. Bishop Deolav. We are deaf to offers of peace until Guriad is returned to us.
The king's brother.
The king's brother is a mouldering sack of cow dung.
You. I know your face, your stench. Ivar, the one they call boneless. Did I not gift you that scar myself?
Ah, you did. And I mean to gift you a gash, you reeking piss pot in your fat fucking skull.
Hold! Both of you.
Rodri should speak with Ceolbert.
My lord, this is Ceolbert, the future alderman of this shire and the son of King Ceolwulf of Mercia.
This green stripling? Elderman? You can piss without help, boy.
Now, calm everyone. Good faith is all I ask.
You know my demands. Until my brother Gwiriad walks free, peace between us is impossible.
He is lucky he can walk at all. Fell on his own blade, fleeing from us.
I will soon help you fall on yours.
Husband, keep your head. It is in our interest to find a way to peace, all of us.
First, my brother.
First, your head on a pike. Then the runt goes free.
Husband, no!
Enough! This is a house of God. Let us take some few minutes to gather ourselves, shall we? Eivor, to me, I do not know you well, but Ceolbert believes you a steady head. We need such a one.
It may be too late. I see the crows of war gathering.
I have a hefty sum of silver. Speak to the people here. If the silver will help one bring us toward peace, offer it to them.
Decide who gets the silver.
You are wasting time!
ఇప్పుడు మనం డిసైడ్ చేయాలి ఎవరికి సిల్వర్ పాయింట్స్ ఇవ్వాలో.
So I am, and a bruised pawn in your bloody game.
How do you stand with your brother?
My brother loves me well, yet he can be slow and stubborn. Were I king, I'd have played all this quite differently.
What if you had the chance?
At the crown, I would leap at the chance to rule. But a man needs wealth to bring down a king. Nobles must be bought, you understand.
I make no promises, but I may be able to find you the silver you need.
Under what terms?
Knock Rodri from his throne. Withdraw all Britain's soldiers from Shropshire, and never again threaten this border.
If you speak true, I would make that bargain gladly.
Money here is silver, 650.
I will see about the silver.
Focus.
Talk. All we do is talk.
Decide who gets the silver.
I'm waiting!
దీంతో మాట్లాడదాం.
Lady, let us get past the anger and find our way to an agreement. What is your husband's greatest concern?
The royal treasury has been depleted by the war. This brings immense strain to Rodri and his every decision.
If I could provide a boon of silver, would that guide your husband away from war?
A replenished treasury would certainly help my husband come to peace.
Money here is...
If such a boon comes, I'll consider your words.
We should settle this with blood, not pretty words.
Decide who gets the silver.
ఇంకా ముగ్గురు ఉన్నారు. వీళ్ళ ముగ్గురితో కూడా మాట్లాడి
You are with Rodri,
ఫైనల్ చేద్దాం.
yes? One of his advisors.
I am that. Anir ap Cadvarch by me. Address me proper.
Tell me, soldier, do you hold sway with your king?
He consults me for his every decision. If I push for war, he will agree. If I argue for peace, he will follow.
Peace is our desired end. Is there a chance that some silver might lead you to counsel your king in the same direction?
A sack of silver? For me? Yes, I might amend my advice to Rodri for a tidy sum of shining metal. Yes.
Money here is silver, 6.
You are a wise warrior.
ఇంకా
Perhaps
2
the
members
silver will become available.
And you, go and take a shit and let me know how it turns out.
Enough of this nonsense!
వీడితో కూడా మాట్లాడదాం.
Decide who
These talks are
gets the
stalled.
silver.
I fear the upshot.
Do not fret. You will be alderman yet.
Have you made progress?
The giving of silver is more difficult than I imagined.
వీడితో కూడా ఫైనల్లీ మాట్లాడదాం.
King Rodri,
What is it, Dane?
I wish to help you to peace.
I will not talk of peace until my brother Gwiriad is returned to me.
If you first agree to peace, he will be returned. Would a sum of silver help overleap this difficulty?
I cannot be purchased with looted silver, Dane. Stand away.
Okay.
This work the Ishvandian mod.
Decide who gets the silver.
వీళ్ళిద్దరితో మాట్లాడలేదు మా.
Eivor, my friend.
I asked around as you suggested.
Have you come to a decision? To whom have you given this silver?
I'm still thinking it over.
I have yet to make my decision.
Please, don't tarry.
వీడు అప్పుడు అన్నాడా?
Ivar,
Lock the doors, murder that sweating pig, and have done with it.
if I could find you silver, that quell your bitterness while we seek peace.
Peace? Is that what you think is going to happen here? I told you, I know this bastard.
Will silver quiet you?
It may not. I would have to see the silver in my hands to know for sure.
Money here is silver, 650.
If there is any silver to be had,
ఎవరికి
I'll
ఇద్దాం
think about
సిల్వర్?
You do that.
దెబ్బలు తిన్నవాడికి ఇద్దాం బాబు.
Now you dangle
తమలు
silver.
తిన్నది ఈడే కదా.
Are you so frightened of the Britons that you fight your
Letter
battles
to
with
Bishop
wealth?
D. Orlick from Seolwolf. Press circle close for here, Bishop. It is my intention to install my son, Seolber, as Ealdorman of Zero Pestshire. However,
Have you made progress?
The giving of silver is more difficult than I imagined.
Decide
Have you
who
made
gets
progress?
the silver.
The giving of silver is more difficult than I imagined.
Okay.
Guriat.
Are we in league, Dane, to buy me a throne? What say you?
Money here is silver.
Take this silver. Depose your brother and you'll rule with our support.
His blood will gush at my first opportunity.
వీడికి ఇచ్చేద్దాం.
I should report what I know to Bishop Deolav.
Report back to Deorlith.
వాడు రోడ్రీ $80 ఫండ్.
Unir,
You again? What of the silver you spoke of?
you are a wise warrior. Perhaps the silver will become available.
And you, go and take a shit and let me know how it turns out.
King Rodri.
Is it not plain that I do not wish to speak with you?
Report back to Deorlith.
Ivar,
Back again, eh? Brought any treasure with you?
if there is any silver to be had, I'll think about it.
You do that.
Now you dangle silver before me.
Report
Are you
back to
so
Deorlith.
frightened of the Britons that you fight your battles with wealth?
వీడు రోడ్రీ.
Dear lady,
The treasure you
Report
spoke
back
of
to
would
Deorlith.
help bring us to peace.
if such a boon comes, I'll consider your words.
వీడా బిషప్.
Eivor, my friend,
I spoke with more people.
have you made a decision at last? Ivar is increasingly agitated.
Rodri's brother will use the silver to take the crown himself by force.
He promised rebellion. Are you sure this was wise?
Rodri, I see you mocking me. I challenge you. Single
Ivar,
combat
no.
now.
Boneless Ivar. Spineless, toothless, gutless. You cannot kill me. A dragon will be my death, as my seers have foretold.
And
అరుస్తున్నాడు
your
భయ్యా వీడు.
brother. Does your
కోపం వచ్చింది
destiny
వీడికి
guard
అరుస్తున్నాడు.
him?
Guriad!
బా థ్రోట్ కట్ చేస్తాడు.
My God Almighty,
Get him to safety, go, quickly!
kill the boneless one. Paint this chapel with his blood.
What have you done? Goriad won't need the silver now.
Secure the church.
అయ్యి బాబాయ్. అదే
Uismaru.
వెనకొచ్చాయి. అది అది వెనకొచ్చి యప్ప వెనక్కి రారా బాబు. అది అమ్మా ఓరు బాబోయ్ అమ్మ ఈడెక్కడ దొరికాడు రా బాబు రంకుమొగుళ్ళగా. వచ్చేయి అంతే అసలు ఉండొద్దు. వచ్చేయి అంతే. అమ్మ బాబోయ్ వచ్చేయి అంతే. వచ్చేయి వచ్చే బాబాయ్ వచ్చే బాబాయ్. అది చచ్చాడు నా కొడుకు. టఫ్గా ఉన్నారు సోల్జర్స్.
Now that is Vikinger diplomacy! Show the fuckers who the real warriors are.
Eva, you have scuppered the peace.
Do not be fooled by peace, boy. It is just an empty voice between axe blows.
వాళ్ళ సోల్జర్స్ టఫ్గా ఉన్నారు.
This is a massacre.
We have no choice now but to fight our way out of this.
A good test for you, boy.
Lord, forgive us.
Stay close, Jailbert. You watch my back, and I will pull the knives from yours.
Dear Lord.
Stay here, where it's safest, Bishop.
Help me with this fucking door!
Clear out the Briton soldiers in Quetford.
బయట వార్ జరుగుతుందా? అయితే వెళ్ళాల్సిందే. ఓ